Welcome back to Unqualified and Uneducated, where we give you our unqualified and uneducated opinions on all things sports, movies, TV, anime, music, and anything else that's interesting. Today, as always, it's the boy Carl out in Clovis. How you doing, Carl?
What's up? What's up? I wasn't really ready for that. It came out of nowhere, but I'm ready to go. Ready to get to talking here.
All right. So, today we're going to be talking about. I think we got a pretty good docket on the list. We're going to be covering the Kareem Hunt situation. We'll be covering the Wild Western Conference and how it shakes up this in the early part of the NBA season. We're going to talk about local to Carl, local Fresno State football team. Little TV and some boxing.
Yes. We got all different types of knowledge up in here.
So we're gonna be hitting all the sports today. All right. So
hey, I bet nobody was expecting us to ever know nothing about boxing.
No, I don't think they were. All right. So we're gonna start with the. What do you want to start? Do you want to just get the Kareem Hunt situation out of the way?
Yeah, I mean, we should.
Okay.
And it's easy to do because we've seen this happen already so many damn times in the NFL. It's crazy.
Yeah. So if you guys aren't aware, I mean, many of you should be aware that the video came out this week, of an incident between Kareem Hunt and a girl in February in a Cleveland motel or hotel, whatever. So, based on the video, Kareem Hunt pushes a girl away from him. She slaps him. His friends pull him around a hall corner. She's still yelling at him. He comes back around, pushes her and his friend so hard that they both fall on the ground. And then, okay, this is the only part. I'm not gonna say the kick. All right, bear with me. I can't call it a kick because it wasn't that hard. Like, I didn't think the kick was that hard. I could be wrong, but the kick didn't look that hard to me. It was almost like if, like you're kicking a soccer ball to your friend before he leaves to go home. Like a little pat. It was a little petty kick, but he kicked her, and that's what happened in February. So the video gets released earlier this week, and in response to this, the Chiefs cut Kareem Hunt. He's gone. So, what do you think, Carl? They handled it appropriately?
Yeah, you know what? I think they already knew about this deal happening, and they're probably just hoping nothing came out about it, and they're going to try to keep him because this dude Kareem Hunt, he's their number one running back. This dude's one of their best players on the team, and I think they were trying to keep him around for as long as possible. And then right when they saw a video come out, they're like, "Oh shoot, we got to cut ties," so we don't look bad.
Yeah, of course. Like, I don't like. It's just weird to me because I was reading. There was just so many different reports that said that the Chiefs and the NFL didn't know. Then it was like they did know. Then
how TMZ know everything, man?
I don't know. I have no idea. But everyone was just saying so many conflicting things that I was just thinking, like, this is the same team that has Tyreek Hill on the team. So I wasn't expecting him to get cut,
Yeah.
I was expecting 4 to 5 game suspension, even a year suspension. But to get cut, the Chiefs were just trying to. That's why I think the Chiefs knew about this, because they were just trying to get past this fire before it got bigger. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if they didn't know about it, they would have been like, and this video came out, I feel like they would have been like, oh, well, let's see how it shakes out. We'll suspend him indefinitely until we figure out what the cause of this is. But I feel that they know because they cut him so fast because they're like, oh, well, he's already guilty, We already know this. People found out. We tried to hold it off as long as possible. We can't hold it off any longer. And generally, the response that I've seen on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, everyone's applauding the Chiefs for doing this. And I'm just like, well, should they really be applauded? Because I feel, in my heart of hearts, I feel like they knew already.
Oh, I guarantee they knew already, man. I'm sure they have like handlers or whatever they got for their players, because they're trying to protect their guys, and they knew this was going to happen. They're just trying to get away with it, man. They're snakes, man.
Yeah. But, like, at some point, like, they have to have some type of seminar or something, man. I'm getting tired of these players, like, doing this. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You're messing up your entire career over, like, some dumb stuff. And, like, this girl, from what I don't know if I read this correctly, and this is all unqualified and uneducated, but I read that she was like 19 or something. It's like, dude, well, what is a 19-year-old drunk girl doing around with like a professional football player? Like, why is she there in the first place?
These dudes, they just don't know how to be grown-ups, man. I don't know. You know what? I think they got people handling them throughout high school and college, and then when they get to the NFL, maybe the NFL, they're kind of just like, you guys are grown now, so we're not gonna like watch you like they did in college, and then they just get there and they're idiots.
They can't control
Ray Rice people, man.
I wouldn't say this wasn't as bad as the Ray Rice one though.
They AP people, bro.
AP was just taking care of his son, man. That was just discipline.
Maybe that's what Kareem Hunt thought he was doing, was just discipline.
Oh man, no, this was like, I don't want to come off and seem like, anti-feminist or sexist or anything, but like, I didn't think it was like that bad that he would get cut. Like, I was like, oh okay, yeah, that was like, oh, that's bad.
But I mean, that fool's freaking thighs are probably the size of an elephant leg, so imagine.
I mean, that is true.
By that,
that is true. That is true. My only thing is, she did hit him. Like, it feels like everything is just on him. And at the end of the day, she did, like, he pushed her away, but she did hit him, and she was coming towards him in an aggressive way. Granted, he used too much force, but like, they're just like, I wouldn't say like she's necessarily like a super duper victim. Like,
but the spotlight's on him. He has to act like the professional he is.
Yeah, of course, but she's not gonna get fired from her job.
She probably will, actually.
But at the same time, she might be 19. She probably won't even really have a job. She probably don't even have a job. She don't even have a job. But the funniest thing that no one's covering, the friend is the one who should be suing, because he pushed his friend so hard that his friend was on the ground and he was dazed. Like, if you watch that video, his friend's like, I don't know, his friend must have hit his head on the victim's head or something like that, but his friend was knocked out on the ground dazed. He was like on his hands and knees like, why did I come out today? Like, his friend was like, I just wanted to kick back and watch Netflix tonight, but they told me to come out. Now my head's busted open. I don't know if it was busted open, but his head was just like, he was dazed and confused. I just wish that this would stop happening. I wish there would be lessons. I wish these players would understand, because like, personally, this wouldn't happen to me, because first of all, I don't hit women. I don't entertain the idea of hitting women. I've never hit a woman. And the other thing is, I just don't keep this caliber of people around me,
Yeah.
It's you gotta understand who you hang out with. And, birds of a feather flock together. So if this is the type of people you're associating yourself with, on both sides, Kareem Hunt and the girl. Like, if you want to be hanging around with these aggressive football players, and Kareem Hunt, you want to hang around with these groupies that get drunk and can't control themselves, and you can't control yourself, it's only a bad mix, and it's just going to hurt both people.
That's true, man. That's true.
So, how long before the Redskins pick them up? Like,
that's the thing that it's just terrible. It's just immediately after the Chiefs drop them, it's like, oh, this team needs a running back, who's going to pick him up? And then, or I was talking to my buddy who's he was like, his team's the Eagles, and he's like, oh, we need a running back, we'll take him.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what in the world?
But see, that's my problem. That's the one thing. Like, so he should. So okay, so I get it. He should be punished for what he did, but he should lose his entire livelihood.
Yeah, man.
Off of this one incident, he should.
Bro, if I'm a teacher and I go hit a kid, you think I'm gonna be able to teach anymore?
That's a false equivalency, though.
How?
Because he didn't hit a kid.
Yeah, he did. She's 19.
That's an adult.
Bro, you look at a 19-year-old, you tell me they act like an adult. Come on.
It doesn't. According to the law, if you're an adult at 18, though.
Hey, there's 18-year-olds in high school.
Yeah, that's an adult. They shouldn't be in high school then. No, but I'm saying, like, that's the reason. I get it. It's wrong to hit a woman, but he shouldn't. After that, like, what should he be allowed to do?
Go find another job. Go through some program and find another job.
So as soon as you hit a woman, you can't play football at all anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I don't agree with, like, there's got to be a redemption. There's got to be a path for redemption here. Like,
yeah, the Canadian Football League.
Dang, huh?
Go ahead.
I guess. I mean, yeah, if you feel that way, I feel like there should. I mean, no, but like, it's cool because, like, I mean, everybody's entitled to feel their own way. I just feel like there's got to be some point, like, he should be able to redeem himself. Like, but in like today's world, you really can't. Especially, like, there's no really real path for redemption if you do anything against a woman these days. So
yeah, he'd have to do like 10,000 hours of charity work. And then people would still look at him sideways.
But it is on him. People should know that, like, you know, like, you shouldn't be doing dumb stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, it was stupid. He shouldn't have done that, and it was like, you know, he should be punished, and he needs to surround himself around people that's not gonna let him do dumb stuff like this. Like his friends that were holding him back, man. He needs stronger friends.
For real, man.
You need stronger
linemen as friends.
That's what I'm saying. If you're a football player, you should be hanging out with dudes that are gonna take care of you. Like, I don't understand why the freaking, like, if you were the breadwinner for your crew or whatever, you're a rapper, a movie star, an actor. Don't you surround yourself with people that's not gonna be drinking when you drink, that's not gonna be getting high when you're getting high, that's gonna be cognitive and thinking and keeping you out of these dumb situations.
Because, dude, that would make too much sense.
It makes no sense why. Like, so,
it would
like,
make too much sense.
I have no sympathy now because, like, it's like dumb stuff just keeps on happening. Guys just find themselves in stupid situations when they just need to learn. They just need to move like with regular sense. It makes no sense to me.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, okay, yeah, she's spouting off on you, or she hits you, or whatever. Dude, just walk away. That's all he had to do, because his little crew probably would have handled it, and they would have got in trouble rather than him if he just, like, took that hit, and he's just like, I gotta get out of here, because I know what my profession is, and, like, there's always a camera on me. I need to just walk away.
Yeah, and I think that's the case right there. Like, if you know what you have to lose, and you still lose it. If you don't wake up every day and think like, oh, I've got this to lose, I got that to lose. Like, you know, like, I like just like having a regular job. Like, I'm cognitive of like, oh, I don't want to mess that up.
For real.
I don't want to mess anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, being like wanting to become a future educator, I was like, nah, dude, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't want to mess up my future. And that's just, you know, teaching is a normal job, like a career. But like, if I had a career where I'm making millions of dollars, I'm not doing anything to mess that up. Matter of fact, I'd probably just chill at my house until I retire.
That's what I'm saying. What are these people going out for?
I don't understand either. Like, they have all the money in the world.
They probably have like a mansion that has 3,000 rooms, movie theater, basketball court, everything that they need, but they still want to go out.
That's the one thing I don't understand. Why are people so infatuated with going out so much? Especially when you have the money, you can like have a little party at your own place.
For real, if that was me, I'd probably just go to practice, go back to my house, do whatever I want, be a little hermit.
Bro, but like you said, that would make too much sense. So I'm with you. Like, if I was me, I would be freaking. Yeah, I would go to practice every day and then go home and then hop on the podcast with you.
That's right.
And then play video games for the rest of the day.
These dudes don't know what they're doing, man.
Like, they already got it made because all they gotta do is play a game and all they do is practice. You can't practice for more than like 3 hours a day, and then maybe get another workout in. You probably got, like, honestly, they probably have anywhere from 18 to 20 hours to chill. But I guess some dudes just get bored and they want to go out. It's like, and I get it's the off season, but go out and do something fun. Don't go to the club. Ain't fun.
It's not. It's just loud.
Yeah, it is. And how old is Kareem Hunt? What is he, like 24, 25?
Probably.
It's like, yo, at some point, like, this stuff is going to the club is whack, man.
I know.
This is whack. Like, what's really fun? Making pottery. I'm not gonna lie. There's this place in Rockland where you actually get to make like pottery. You can make like one of those, like a catch-all. Put your keys and your coins in there.
Well,
like,
you get to make your own stuff. They give you the clay and everything.
Yeah, they got the clay. I haven't done one where they get the clay, but I've done one where you paint the pottery.
Yeah.
So I've done that one. That one was pretty dope. Like, you get to paint their stuff and then they fix it up for you, and they I think whether they burn it in a way or put it to the fire. So
they
like
fire it in the kiln.
Fire it in the kiln. Do something like that, man. Or go on a hiking trip, man. You guys, I want all these NFL players got to stop going to the club.
No, because they're gonna go on a hiking trip. They're gonna see a deer and they're gonna start punching it and kicking it, and someone's gonna get a video of that, and then Pete is gonna come after him.
Oh yeah, Peter comes after you, so rap.
Yep.
But I mean, Michael Vick made it back.
Oh damn.
He spent a little time, but Michael Vick made it back.
You're right.
So, but I ain't never seen Ray Rice make it back.
Nah, Ray Rice never is coming back, bro. He's gone.
Yeah, so I'd rather you go out there and start punching deers, because who knows? Maybe you attack an invasive species of animal, and we deem that okay. Like, if you go to Florida and you start punching those Eurasian boars that shouldn't be there, or those giant boa constrictors that shouldn't be there, you're just helping us. But as soon as you attack one of those rare spotted dolphins, I don't know. Use a rap for you.
You gone.
But like I said, Michael Vick made it back. You want to talk about this anymore? I mean,
nah, not really. I'm tired of it, man. It's just happened so much.
I'm tired of it too.
In all sports, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, you guys understand. You guys probably won't hear this, but y'all have a future. Don't ruin it over a physical altercation that could be solved with just a conversation.
Yeah, like, just control your temper for that whatever 5-minute span, because you're going to release all your anger when you go play football and bust your heads up against each other anyways on Sunday.
Exactly. And I don't know why, but like, it feels like, I'm gonna tell you the truth, it feels like this is a football issue.
It is. There's not.
Because like it's
right.
and I know there's been more black offenses, but there's been a few white cases of white people doing this. So I feel like it's a football issue. I mean, in the NBA, like, there's the issue with Darren Collison, and there was like that issue where he was suspended a few games, but it wasn't so bad that even the NBA said it wasn't bad. Him and his wife are still together, so. Remember that time there was a domestic issue with Darren Collison and his wife when he was on the Kings?
Yeah.
So it wasn't even that wasn't that bad, because he still played. Like, he only
Football players are just damn violent. That's what it is.
Yeah, they're just like, I think it takes in order to make it to the NFL, you're a different type of person.
You're just violent.
Yeah, it don't matter what position, even if you're a quarterback. There's something wrong with you. So I feel like this is an NFL issue. The NFL needs to learn how to crack down on this, and maybe that's the thing, though. I would say, like you said, they should have handlers that make sure that they are keeping up with things. But this happened in the off season. Like,
yeah,
the NFL doesn't have the resources to follow these guys around. It's just, man, it's just unfortunate that these guys just can't learn from. Like, after that Ray Rice situation, everybody in the NFL should have been like, yo, I need to like. Keep my hands.
That girl's gonna get paid.
I don't know. I don't think she will, because the police didn't arrest him.
Dang, because I was about to say, next offseason I'm gonna try to go find me a young dumb NFL player, start a little spat with him, see if I get punched in the face and get paid.
But you're not a woman though.
Yeah, still, I'm a little fragile guy, so
Yeah, that's the thing though, because like because like you think about it, like if a football player, like a big football player like Kareem Hunt, hits a little skinny 19-year-old girl, and the cops get called, don't you think they would be taking him to jail when that happened? As big as he is, like no, they didn't. And so I don't think and there's nothing for her to like sue because like normally stuff like this happens and they pay her to keep her quiet.
that's true.
They pay her to keep. It's
But
hard.
you see, I would make sure that I got injured.
Yeah, that's the thing. She wasn't injured. I think she just walked away.
Yeah,
Like I
I'm
said,
gonna make sure I get injured.
the only person that could really sue is Kareem Hunt's boy. He looked like when you watch the video, he looked like he was hurting. So he's the only person that could sue. So, hey man, I'm done with this. It's upsetting. I'm tired of these all these players doing these dumb things. Just keep your hands to yourselves and don't deal with these low level people that man or women, the low level people that's just gonna bring you down. Because at the end of the day, if people are screaming and yelling and calling you racial slurs, those aren't the people that you should be around. And
That's true.
you can't solve everything with violence,
That's true.
except if you're boxing or in the MMA, because that's the only way to solve the match is through violence. So, but on the brighter things, football related, talk to us about Fresno State, man.
Yo, so you know what? Fresno State for the first time in 5 years actually doing something positive on the football field.
Hey,
Well,
really?
actually, I guess last year they had 10 wins.
Oh yeah, Fresno.
But again, they did it this year, and they ended up winning their conference, the Mountain West Conference. But the big deal is they beat Boise at Boise, and that's never been done before.
Nice.
On that blue turf field that everybody hates, they beat them there. And it was crazy. The game started out, it was like a cold night or whatever, and then it started raining, and then it started sleeting, snowing. There was so much going on. It was crazy. It went down to overtime, and Fresno State pulled it out.
19-16 in OT
Yeah,
at Boise.
that was wild, man.
So they are in the Las Vegas Bowl against Arizona State.
Oh boy.
Talk about.
All I know is they won the Mountain West Conference.
Yeah.
I'm gonna predict that they're gonna win because they didn't look too hot against Boise, to be honest.
So
the defense was nice.
So out of the the frying pan and into the fire for Fresno State.
That's right.
And shout out to the Bulldogs. We hope you guys succeed because that's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? I remember last year watching Fresno State in the bowl game. They were not that good. They got spanked, and it was just ugly. So hopefully they make it a game. That'd be good.
Yeah, like did they play Sac State this year?
That was last year, I think.
Yeah, that game was horrible. That game was so trash.
No, that was like 2 years ago when they won 2 games or something like that, and one of the games was against Sac State.
Because for some reason, I feel like there was a game that I think either you or your cousin went to. And it was Sac State versus Fresno.
Oh yeah, I think Emma did.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's like the garbage bowls of all garbage bowls.
That's just the low of the low, man.
Yeah, I don't understand why anyone would go to that game hoping to see any type of good football. But hey, it happened. And people
But
win.
honestly, that was the same year that the Fresno State mascot, they have a little bulldog called Victory.
Yeah, didn't he die?
It died because it got stung
Oh.
by a bee.
Oh, snap.
And I said, the Hornets, bro.
They were the Hornets.
Sac State. Got him, bro.
Hey, Sac State, we win.
Bro, I said that as a joke, and someone actually got super hurt at me.
Oh, dang.
I guess it was a real dog, but...
That is true. Hey, but like they say, stingers up.
Stingers up.
Stingers
man.
up. All right. We're good. It's going quickly now. Thoughts on the Western Conference and the NBA? I mean, we could talk about both conferences, but the Western Conference is really crazy right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's so many teams. I saw, the 8th seeds at 500 right now?
Yeah, yep.
And there's 4 teams at 500, and then there's 3 more teams at 10 and 11.
Yeah,
they just have their one game under 500.
Yeah, let me pull up the conference. Give me 1 second.
it's crazy how jam packed it is. Except for the Suns. The Suns are trash.
Oh yeah. That's the funniest thing. Okay, so I'll read off I'll read it off right now. So Western Conference at the top, and the top two teams are super surprising. Clippers 15-6, Nuggets 15-7, Thunder 14-7, Warriors 15-9, Grizzlies 13-8, Lakers 14-9, and I don't know if that's going to be updated because they're playing the Suns. I don't know if they're playing them right now or they probably beat them already. But the Lakers are 14-9, Trailblazers are 13-9, Mavericks 10-10, Rockets 11-11, Kings 11-11,
Yay!
Timberwolves 11-12, Jazz 11-12, Pelicans 11-12, Spurs 10-12, Suns 4-19. So I know that it's a tie, but realistically speaking, you gotta think that the Spurs, Pelicans, Jazz, maybe the Timberwolves, and the Rockets are gonna make a playoff push. And I know I didn't say the Kings because I want us to, but it's not. We're not there yet. So who in the playoffs right now do you think is going to be able to last until the end of the season? Let's just redo it. Who's making the playoffs? Who do you think is making the playoffs? Because it looks like the whole Western Conference can make the playoffs right now.
I don't know. It's a toss-up. Honestly, I'm skeptical of the Clips, man.
Charles Barkley said that they won't make the playoffs.
I feel like they're like just super hot right now, and then I don't know. I can't see them holding on for the entire season. I could see them like dropping out of the playoff race.
I mean, I believe you because they don't have a superstar. Like I always felt that if Jimmy Butler went to the Heat or to the Clippers, they'd be pretty nice because like they'd all play they'd play super good defense, and they're tough and they have that tough style. But I agree with you. I don't know how the Clippers can hold this off.
It's sketchy because Tobias Harris is their superstar, or
he is.
like quote unquote superstar player.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm interested in what's gonna happen with them. I can't believe that. I didn't even know they were number one right now. Yeah, that's amazing.
I like the Clippers. Like, don't get me wrong, I like them. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think I could see the Mavericks falling out the playoffs.
Yeah, I can see the Mavs too falling off for sure.
And truthfully, I can see the Portland Trailblazers falling off. Because
we see Portland Trailblazers falling off.
Because I just can't see the Pelicans not making the playoffs, and I don't see the Rockets not making the playoffs. So I think the Clippers. Mavericks are most likely to fall off. The Clippers, the Trailblazers, then the Grizzlies. Because I just don't see the Pelicans or the Rockets not making the playoffs. And the Spurs, come on, man, LaMarcus, you're messing up heritage. I think the Spurs are like, it's been 21 or 22 years since straight playoffs. Come on.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's true. I think they kept it up, right?
Yeah, I think it's 21 or 22, something like that. Come on, DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge should get you in the playoffs. See, that's crazy. Like, I don't think.
I think those teams that you just named off, like especially the Mavs and the Grizz, I could see them falling for sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm always I don't know about Portland just because they run that two guard, like we're gonna put everything in our two guards and Yusuf Nurkic system.
Yeah, he was supposed to be. He said he wanted to be Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So we just gotta. This is really the Wild Wild West in the West. I mean, eventually the Kings are gonna drop out of that. But it's fun right now. I went to the game last night. Fun game against the Pacers. Kings won by 1 point. It was I know,
that's crazy, man.
I'm gonna say this, man. I think the refs hate us for some reason.
The refs always hate us, especially if we're at home.
They give us hardly any of the right calls. They take away momentum. It's just like they just have a vendetta against the Kings, and they need to stop that.
People don't want to see the Kings thrive.
I don't understand. I mean, we're just like some good stuff is happening right now. They gotta let it ride. So, the East. The East is just pretty simple. I mean, You know, the the Raptors sit at the top 20-4. They have the best record in the league. Bucks 15-7. 76ers 16-8. Pistons 13-7. Pacers 13-10. Celtics 13-10. Hornets 11-11, and Magic 11-12. So I feel that the only like at the bottom, the teams outside the playoffs, you have the Wizards at 9-14, Heat 8-13, Nets 8-16, Nuggets 8-16. So I mean, you have teams that can realistically could shoot for the playoffs, but outside of like maybe the Magic are the only team that Magic and the Hornets, they both could fall off.
Yeah, I could see like the Wizards.
I can see the Wizards for getting back in there.
Trying to pull it together for a little bit.
They're only 2 games out the playoffs. The Wizards, I see the Wizards making the playoffs, and the Heat could possibly push for that playoff spot.
Yeah.
The Nets, they had a chance, but I think what happened to Chris LeVert kind of killed any momentum they had going forward. So.
Yeah, and all those other teams in the East, it was kind of just like, yeah, they're definitely going to be in the playoffs, and the Celtics seem like they're actually going to start getting it together and playing. And
yeah, Celtics, they're turning it around. So I mean, the only surprise to me right now is the Pistons are 13-7 and they're in the 4th seed. Yeah, the Pistons are actually playing well. So shout out to them. And you know, the Bucks are going to be the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference is going to be the Raptors, Bucks, 76ers, and Celtics. And,
yeah, for sure.
But I really can't wait to that second round of playoffs because those teams are going to freaking kill each other.
Yeah, the Sixers actually are looking pretty good after that trade.
Yeah, well, they needed something because they started out the gate super slow.
I hate that Jimmy Butler's doing good.
Hey man, it is what it is. I know. I mean, I know you hate to some extent, I agree with you in the sense that players have the power, and I like that they have power, but I think sometimes they have too much power.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine with player movement and player mobility, but like I think like, you know, I would like players to commit to contracts, you know, or commit to teams. That's what I'm saying.
Like the owners and the coaches, they literally, like if you think about it, if you have a superstar on your team, you're walking on eggshells.
Oh yeah, yep.
Like imagine if like, honestly, I don't know who the Bucks head coach is right now, but imagine if just like he said one thing that. Which I find it hard to like find a way to piss off Giannis.
Yeah.
But to like rub him the wrong way, and then Giannis just like, dude, I don't want to be here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, Giannis is not going to play for Milwaukee.
Yeah, know? This is the thing though. Like so I think the era of like player like that era of players like putting up with everything that happened with their franchise kind of ends with Tim Duncan. Like he's like the last superstar that you could really like be critical of, and he sticks around. Because nowadays, like you said, I don't think Giannis, you could really say much to Giannis that would probably piss him off. Except I think Giannis will probably get mad because of the team not building around him the right way. I think they could be safe in the sense that if they learn how to build around him, I think they're all right. They gotta, like I was watching that Bucks Knicks game. And I was like, man, if Giannis had like real help, man, it'd be crazy.
Eric Bledsoe's not the fit.
He's not enough.
They need somebody other than Eric Bledsoe.
They need, Chris Middleton. I like Chris Middleton, but you know he's probably like a third or fourth option on a championship team. I like him though, but you know Giannis. I don't know who would fit with Giannis. But that's like one of the craziest things. Like, who would you pair with Giannis? Like, that'd be
Kawhi.
Cool. That'd be too crazy.
That'd be ridiculous.
That'd be too crazy if Kawhi went to the Bucks. Like, Kawhi or what? Imagine if Klay Thompson played with Giannis.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty nice.
That'd be nasty. Or like if all three of them both of them went to the Bucks and said, "We're just gonna create a powerhouse out here," and just they'd freaking run the table.
I know.
Because they would lock everybody down, and then Kawhi and Klay would just shoot the lights out, and Giannis would have so many open lanes.
Defense.
Yo, that'd be crazy. So much length.
Oh my goodness.
But you know, well, we'll see. I feel like I hope Kawhi. I mean, I hope for the Bucks' sake that the Bucks don't do what Cleveland did to LeBron early on, like. kind of ride him by himself. Put like these supporting players that were kind of all right, but not really good.
Joe ain't no supporting player, dude.
He was the super role player.
That's talent.
Oh gosh.
Booby Gibson's talent.
Bro. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna put. You think I'm just gonna put up with this conversation?
Mo Williams, that's talent.
Are you done?
Who's that one? Like,
see, you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know.
What was that? Sasha Pavlovich.
And don't forget about the king. Don't forget it. He was on there. Don't forget about the king though. Zadrinas Ilgauskas.
Yeah, Ilgauskas and Gooden, bro.
Yeah.
Those were the OG Twin Towers in Cleveland.
Is Ilgauskas look like? He reminds me of freaking what's that fool's name? Tyson Fury, bro. They're like the same person. And like Tyson Fury during that boxing match, that dude looked like a goober.
That dude does look like a goober.
He looks like an uncoordinated goober. Like
he looks like a goober, but then he's actually kind of nice.
He's kind of nice. It's like somebody just found a goober on the street and taught him how to box. Like he probably was getting bullied when he was a kid, and they just say, "Hey, man, if you want to, if you want to get those bullies off of you, we'll teach you how to box." And he learned how to box.
And then they said, "By the way, you're like 6'9", so you're gonna tower over everybody."
Yeah, I mean, now that we're here, I mean, so Deontay Wilder tied with Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I don't know. First thing I want to make a note. It's pretty hilarious that Deontay Wilder's last name is Wilder, and you see the way that fool boxes.
Yeah,
that dude's just like a street fighter. He'd be swinging hella hard.
Yeah. He does have a fitting last name that matches his style.
That's so funny. He's seriously just like swings as hard as he can. Like, no, it doesn't look like he knows how to box, but he just swings as hard as he can.
Yeah, he fights. His style is very wild, and from what I saw in the reactions that I've seen, I don't think it was a tie. Cool. I think that Tyson Fury won that fight.
Yep, that's it. Everything I saw, it was like, what is it, 12 total rounds? I saw that, like, Fury won 10 of the rounds, like, because he was just outboxing, because he knows how to box.
Yeah.
And then in 2 of the rounds, Wilder knocked him down.
Yeah.
And I think, I just think they didn't want to take away Wilder's belt so they could still do this.
Anthony Joshua.
The Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder mega fight. So I feel like that's why it was a draw.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Now that like I'm seeing, like I don't know, like I don't know if that mega fight has the same appeal anymore because, I feel like Tyson Fury actually has a little bit better technique than Wilder, and I've always felt that Joshua had way more technique than Wilder.
Yeah, I think if anything, this was good for Deontay Wilder because he saw what a big heavyweight that could actually box.
Yeah.
What that looks like. So he'll probably prepare a little bit harder for the Anthony Joshua fight.
He's definitely got to go back to the drawing board, but like I don't think he's ever fought anybody this big. I didn't know that they had dudes this big in boxing.
It's crazy. That fool was out there like towering people.
Yeah, like I'm a boxing fan, but like I follow more of the smaller guys. And yeah, the heavyweights, it's because okay. So the thing with boxing is it's really hard to watch because, like you said earlier when we were talking off the mic, it's.
I was talking on my mic though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were. But when we were recording, you said you were talking about how everything's like you gotta pay to watch. And sometimes it's just hard when you don't want to spend money on pay-per-views because sometimes the pay-per-view isn't really good. And then there's HBO boxing, there's Showtime boxing, there's ESPN boxing. There's like so many boxing avenues that it's not cohesive. So everything's like it's like watching football. You watch the NFL, you get to watch all the teams. Watching basketball, you watch the NBA, you can watch other teams, or else you go to NCAA or you can watch the overseas. But like the best of the best is in the NFL, in the NBA, the NFL. That's not necessarily true for boxing. Like there's people signed to different managers, So and they're on different teams. So these guys aren't gonna fight. It's just tough to watch boxing because a lot of times you don't see the best of the best box. So I try to keep up with the smaller guys. The heavyweights I'm not too familiar with. So when I saw that this Tyson Fury guy in the ring, I was just like, who is this goober dude? Like, who is this Adrenas? I just honestly thought it was Adrenas Silgauskas got in the ring and was trying to box. They're both like almost the same size. Nah, Adrenas was like 7'5".
Yeah, I think Tyson Fury's like 6'9" or 6'8".
But he's 6'9". That's still
ridiculously
huge.
Tall for boxing.
Yeah, even Deontay Wilder, bro. He went on I forgot what show it was with Paul Pierce, and he was standing next to Paul Pierce. And he made Paul Pierce look small, and Paul Pierce is.
You know how Mike Tyson fought heavyweight?
Yeah.
Imagine that full fighting against Tyson Fury.
Oh my gosh! Because
how tall was Mike Tyson? Like 6 feet?
Yeah, Mike Tyson was like 6'2" at best. That's crazy. That's what I didn't think I didn't think heavyweight boxers were that tall.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing until I heard about this Tyson Fury dude, and then I saw him and I was like, oh, and he's kind of nice. No, Mike Tyson's 5'10".
Oh my gosh. Like like all the heavyweights, like boxing. Because I'm looking at.
No, I always found it hard to follow boxing. Well, I started just trying to follow it recently because of this Anthony Joshua dude. I just heard he was like the next coming of whatever, and I started looking into it. There's like 7 different championship belts you can have.
Yeah, there's like the WBC and
there's WBC, WBA. Freaking all this other crap. Boxing is damn confusing.
Yeah, it's like the freaking days before England became a country when you had all these different kings. You got all these different boxing records. Like it's like, how is all these guys 40-0?
I know. How are they all 40-0 and champion of the world?
Yeah, they're all heavyweight champions. They're 40-0 and they're like, oh, these two dudes are undefeated. It's like, well, they probably should have fought like 20 fights ago. Like, it's like, I don't know if there should be like undefeated boxers at this point. Everybody should have fought everyone already.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Like Canelo and Triple G fought. They were both like, I think they were both undefeated. Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather. So, but you get these boxers, everybody's just undefeated. It's like, how? Like,
yeah, that's the only thing that got me. It was like, first off, you have to pay pay-per-view to watch it.
Yep.
Second off, they have it on 20 different networks. And the third, I don't know what the hell I'm watching, what league I'm watching, because there's 4 different like leagues that they box in, or what I don't know. I don't even know what they're called.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know either. I just try to stick to some of the I like, for me, like I've seen people and I've just followed them, like the Charlo brothers. I like them. I like Gervonta Davis. There's
that little dude.
Yeah, the little dude.
The dude who hits hella hard.
Yeah, that dude's scary. That dude scares me. I don't ever want to see him walking down the street. The fool might kill me.
Well, you see the dude? He has like a tattoo that goes up his neck, like up to his chin, kind of.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Dude, kind of scary.
There's like Mikey Garcia, Canelo, Triple G. Those I follow those guys. Keith Thurman. There's a bunch of guys I'm not naming, but like I usually follow those guys. I don't really stick to the heavyweights because I feel like there's less technique once you get higher, and there's just guys walking around in circles punching each other.
Yeah, like Deontay Wilder really just be swinging as hard as he can.
Yeah.
So that's his strategy.
There's no bob and weave. There's nothing, man. Like I'm just like, all right, that's it's okay. But like you watch Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. I feel
Errol Spence, yeah, that dude's nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like those guys, like Errol Spence is probably like my favorite boxer right now.
Yeah, that dude's cool.
So like I like watching like the smaller heavy the welterweights. I think, man.
Yeah. I'm just like. The only reason I'm curious in the heavies is because, like, dudes like Tyson Fury, because I just, like, recently heard about him. And then Anthony Joshua, I heard, because he's almost has all 4 of those, like, championship belts. Yeah. And it's supposed to be, like, the first time in a long time there's been, like, a unified heavyweight champion. And I thought that'd be kind of cool. but then they never fought. So,
But yeah, I mean, I think how tall is it? And Anthony Joshua is 6'6".
yeah, he's a big dude.
So I would understand why he wouldn't even want to fight Fury, because like that's like 3 inches taller than him. How you supposed to reach his face, man?
I don't know.
That's just straight body blow. That's all. That's the only thing you can do is just attack the body. And I think
Deontay Wilder was able to do it.
yeah, I think he should have attacked the body. I don't think he attacked the body enough.
There's hella body to hit, too.
Yeah, he should have, like, honestly, he should have, his goal, because, like, Wilder, from what I've seen, his goal is to knock you out.
Yeah.
His goal in this fight should have been to break one of his ribs.
That dude's little posse is literally called the Bomb Squad.
Yeah. I feel like he should have changed the game plan and just tried to break one of Fury's ribs. Like, that sounds bad, but, like, it's boxing, so you could say it. That's just what he should do. Try to, like, hit his kidney shots all day, rib shots, and just move around. Because I forgot who told me, but somebody said like Fury landed 30% of his punches, and Wilder only landed about 18%.
Jeez.
And Wilder he threw more punches. So he was trying to go for the head. He didn't realize that Tyson Fury had more bob and weave and head techniques than he anticipated, and it just messed up the game plan.
I also think Deontay Wilder didn't realize that people can recover from his bombs.
Oh, you're talking about Undertaker?
That was so funny.
That fool just opened up his eyes. I was like, what the heck just happened?
Because I didn't see any of the fight. I was just like watching at the vet in the last round. I was like just watching the live Twitter feed, like seeing what was happening. And then out of nowhere, I just see hella Undertaker videos. I was like, what's going on? And then someone actually put the video of Deontay Wilder knocking that fool cold. And that dude really just looked like he died. I was like, oh. And then he opens his eyes and just sits up.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I was like, the Undertaker's real, man.
He was the Undertaker in that ring. He just sat up, man. Just got up he just, honestly, because his eyes were like, at 8, he just opened up his eyes and said, oh, I got a fight to win.
I know.
So there will be a rematch. I don't know how soon there will be one, but
I wonder if they do the rematch before the Anthony Joshua fight.
Have to. They have to. I feel like the person that wins this fight gets Anthony Joshua.
That's true.
I feel like they have to, because I feel like this was a fight that Wilder would win. I feel like Wilder wins this fight would force Anthony Joshua to fight him. He'd have to fight him after this one, but he didn't win, so now Anthony Joshua is like, you're not at the level to fight me yet.
Yeah, I don't think Anthony Joshua's fought Tyson Fury either.
Nah, I think I feel like there was let me see, because I think both of them called him out. They both called out Anthony Joshua. Before in the past, like, yeah, and I think Anthony Joshua is probably the best heavyweight fighter right now, and he's just, I don't think he's fought recently.
Yeah, I think because there was like a big old thing that he was planning to fight Deontay Wilder, and then like he had to go defend his title,
yeah,
or something, so the fight didn't happen, and it was just like, this is insane. Just like let the mega fight happen, bro.
Yeah, but let's see, he's 22-0. So
Joshua,
yeah, and Wilder has 40 wins, and I think Fury has more wins too. But you never know, like, how weighted those wins are. If those were against, like, you never know who they were fighting, man.
Yeah, I just know that Joshua knocked out that Klitschko dude or whatever who was.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a super.
Yeah, like some big time heavyweight.
Yeah, that dude. He was from Russia, right?
Something like that. I just know he always looked hella happy. But that's all I know about boxing. I don't know anything else. That's the extent of my knowledge.
That's about right where my extent goes to. I know more about the younger guys, or the smaller guys. So we are at the 49-minute mark. Have you been watching any TV lately?
No, not really. Just keeping up on the series, watching a little bit of My Hero
Academia.
Every chance that I can get with my girl.
Nice. How do you like the series so far?
It's classic anime, just fantastic.
Nice. I'm at the Sensational. I'm at the beginning of the third season.
I think I'm past that. Wait, what's happening right now?
I can't remember. It was a long time ago. I think I can't remember. I feel like
Did they do the sports festival?
yeah, it's after the first sports festival.
Yeah. It's good though. It's like actually like really good.
Yeah, yeah, it's a dope anime. I'm gonna try to finish that third season, but I just haven't had time, and I've been watching other things.
What you been watching?
This show on Netflix called Frontier. It stars Jason. I think yeah, Jason Momoa.
Aquaman?
Yeah, it stars Aquaman, and it's basically takes you back to I forgot what year, but it takes you back to like to the Fort James days in Canada. Like it's about these fur and pelt trappers and them dealing with the redcoats, the Hudson Bay Company.
Wow.
And you have to those guys are like trying to sell furs to different people, so there's negotiations happening between the redcoats, which are the English, the natives, the late walkers. Then you have an American in there, you have Irish people in there, Scottish people, some black people are in there. It's a pretty cool show.
Frontier, huh?
Yeah, Netflix. Third season came out very recently, and it's a pretty good watch. Not a lot of episodes. I'd say there's probably less than 24 altogether. Might be around 20 or something like that. But it's a good watch. Episodes are about 40 minutes long. Compelling storyline, I think. I'm not really a credible critic, but I think the storyline is pretty good. Action is pretty good. The main character is a little bit, I would say, I wouldn't say like he's super powered, but all main characters have plot armor. So, you wouldn't just have your main character die in the first episode. So
they did that in Game of Thrones, didn't they?
Yeah, first season.
Oh.
First season they had him that's the funny thing. There's like now at the end of Game of Thrones there's main characters, but like up to then he was the favorite character. I wouldn't necessarily say that he was the main character, but he was the favorite one, and everyone kind of placed him as the main character just because he was a favorite. But Game of Thrones is one of those shows where everyone, it's more of a story, and people are just there to feel the plot of the story until they die. They serve their purpose and they just keep it going. So I would say now at the end of the series, this is like season 8 that's coming up or something like that. There's two main characters. So that's just me.
Watch it, so I don't know shit.
Yeah, you're right. Anything? Okay. Oh yeah. I've been I found my 3DS, and I've been playing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire recently.
What the hell is that?
Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, man. It's the remake of Sapphire Edition on Pokemon.
Oh, with Kyogre.
Yeah, there you go.
Shamu himself.
There you go.
How you like that?
I'm loving it, man. Pokemon's Pokemon, man.
Yeah, Pokemon's always fun.
Yeah, like what was your favorite Pokemon game?
Red version.
Red version?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the first one I ever had. I mean that one, you really can't beat that.
It's literally the only one I was actually able to get to the end with.
Oh, for real?
No, all the other ones like on Silver version, I remember I got stuck in this one part and never got past it.
Well, why not?
There's like some part where you can get Skymurrays.
Uh-huh.
I just got stuck and I never passed it.
What did you do? Like you just stopped playing?
I just quit playing the game. I got hella mad.
Hey man, that happens sometime, man. I think Silver version probably was my favorite one.
Silver version was cool until I couldn't get past it. I was like, man, screw these games.
Silver version was dope because you get to first you get to do the Johto stuff, and then you go home to Kanto, and then you get to not go home, but you go over to Kanto, and then you get to get the badges, and then you fight the dude for the main character from Red version.
And you get the doggos.
Yeah, you do, huh?
Yeah.
So like I was like, and Lugia was what at the time he was like one of my favorite Pokemon because they had the
Lugia was badass.
Yeah, they had the movie. Yeah, they had the movie, so I was like, that fool. They had that. That shit was clean.
It was dope.
Yeah, they play that song every time. That fool would just pop out the water. He started talking. I was like, yo, I thought only Meowth could talk. At that point, only Meowth and Mewtwo was the talking Pokemon, but this fool was like, screw that. I want to talk too. Give me that shine. So pretty much, man, that's been, my week. Just check. Hey, we pretty much covered everything that happened this week in the sports world.
Yeah. The only other thing I did this week was I went to the movies.
Hey, what movie you see?
And I seen Fantastic Beasts 2.
Oh, was it good? Because I need to see that.
It was pretty sick, dude. You got to see that. That's what we'll do a movie review.
Hey, Fantastic Beasts review coming out soon. I don't know how soon.
It's pretty dope. And one of the best things about it was the previews, like that were before the movie. There was one for Aquaman. Dude, it has the most hype song that I've ever heard in my life.
What, for real?
I don't know what it's called. You have to watch it in the movie theaters with the Aquaman preview. Dude, is so on point.
Would you see Aquaman in theaters now?
I'm going to see it in theaters solely because of how hyped I got from the song for the preview. That's
the second movie we're going to review. First we'll do Fantastic Beasts 2, and then we'll do Aquaman.
When does Aquaman even come out?
Supposedly this month.
Oh, okay.
Because it's December. I think it comes out this month.
Well, then that's the plan, because we were never able to get anyone to actually vote.
And not on their fault. That was probably our fault, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. It's never our fault.
You're probably right. Wait, I think it's already out.
No, it says December 21st.
Ah, dang, that's super long from now.
Yeah.
What's their problem? People trying to ruin our Christmas weekend or something?
I'll honestly probably go around that time.
You gotta hit that right when the students go on Christmas break. That's how you get them.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I think December 21st is the day before the last day of school.
Oh, for real? Don't, never mind then. They did it right. They did it right. I was right. I know how to market movies then.
That's crazy.
All right, man. You got anything else you wanted to close out the pod with?
I just want to close it out by saying in fantasy football right now, I am laying the hurt on Chris Logan, the supposed football savant from my group of friends. So get trashed, Chris.
Ooh. Hey, get your weight up, young fella. And in my fantasy basketball league, I was 6-0. I'm going against the guy that's 6-0. And I'll tell you the truth, guys, I'm losing. Right now, it doesn't look good. I'm losing. He has 1,140 points. I got 10,056. So I'm going to have a blemish on my record. And the only reason why I'm not depressed about this is Kevin Love. I drafted him.
And you dropped him.
No, I still have him. I still have him. So that's at least, he would say you play like 2 to 3 games a week. That's like anywhere from 60 to 100 something points that I'm missing right now. Because Kevin Love was actually averaging a pretty decent amount of points before he got hurt. So, just so, that's why I'm keeping my head up, because normally I would be winning these matchups. I'm going to run this league. Like always. All right, man. All right, guys out there, thanks for tuning in to this episode. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube video. Definitely check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Apple Pod. Yeah, just check us out. Type in. At this point, we've put so much content on the internet, you can type in Unqualified and Uneducated, and we'll just pop up anywhere.
For real, dude, I Googled my name once just to see how out there I was, if I was undercover, but hella pictures popped up for my Facebook. Hey. But I scrolled down just a little bit. Unqualified, Uneducated.
Hey, that's beautiful. That's how we do it, and we've only been able to do it because of you guys, because you guys make the foot traffic. And so, as always, stay unqualified, live uneducated. Bam.